I mean, he actually put it out there on Twitter. He said that basically that you need $1 million to fight him and $80,000 to fight anybody else. And you have been very clear saying that we can't believe anything the Tyrant says. But can you pull the curtain back a little bit on this? Did this fight not come together because of negotiating things? Did it come together because Tyrant didn't want to fight you? Tell us why this fight didn't come together, and did money play a part in it?
No, money had no issue. We were very close to terms, and we were going to make it happen. But you can't believe anything Tyron Woodley says. He also came out, Brett, and said he's going to fight 3 times in 3 weeks on these Jacksonville cards. You really believe that? The guy hasn't fought 3 times in 4 years. How's he going to fight 3 times in 3 weeks? So the guy's full of fake news. I mean, that's why he's the CNN of the UFC. He refused to fight me, plain and simple. He's looking for easier paychecks, and that's that. It wasn't a money issue. We were very close on money with the UFC, and I just heard that he was willing to pick some guy no one's ever heard of named Gilbert. I don't even know what that is.
You can only count maybe once that Khabib has actually been hurt in a fight. For Floyd, it was like once or twice, maybe as well throughout his whole, career. But yeah, you just haven't seen Khabib get hurt. Why? Because he's such a damn good wrestler. I think Gaethje does match up on paper better than anybody in that division. Perhaps better than Ferguson himself because of that wrestling background, because of his ability to really put you out with one shot. He's got that style that I think that if he's able to keep it on the feet, he could win. There's no doubt about it. There's not a whole lot of people you could say that about. The problem is Gaethje isn't the strongest ground fighter. So if he does get taken down, right, it's most likely going to be over and over pretty quickly. But if Gaethje's able to utilize that wrestling and find a way to get back to his feet or prevent the takedowns, there's no doubt he is the far superior striker. He's got way more power on the feet, and Khabib could potentially be in big trouble. But Khabib could go in there and take him right down, and if Gaethje's on his back, Khabib's going to be all over him, and there'll be a submission shortly after.
Barboza.
Who?
Ige versus Barboza.
Oh, yeah. I had Barboza winning that fight.
I saw an interview with your manager, Alex Davis, at MMA Junkie, and he said that he was considering appealing, but then there's a rule in Florida that unless you think that the guy was using PEDs or anything like that, so it just doesn't look like you can even appeal. Would you have wanted to appeal?
No, I really don't care about that. I don't think, because I have any relationship, I really don't care about the commissions. Like I said, I work for UFC. I work for UFC. If UFC showed me I won the fight, I was going to be very, very happy.
When do you want to return?
July.
And
as soon as possible. I was not too bad. I'm ready to back to train. I talked to my coach today. I'm healthy and I'm ready to fight as soon as possible. End of July, I'm ready to fight. And I know UFC promised to fight end of July. UFC, please, I'm ready to fight end of July.
And 155 or 45, you're open to either?
Depends.
On?
Depends. Because it's still hard. It's not easy, make 145. I was suffering a lot. Not a lot, but I suffered to make 145. It makes sense still suffering like that for the company. Don't show me any love, They show me, man, I worked for UFC for 23 fights, If UFC show me some love, I will make 145, 155, I don't care, whatever UFC send me. But, okay, UFC, we're gonna do nothing for you. Maybe I fight 170 or 155, I don't care.
So basically what you want is you want a phone call where they acknowledge that you won the fight and you want to get your win bonus. Is that what you're saying?
Give my win bonus, give me a fight, my contract fight anybody in July.
All
That's
right.
a one.
Daddy's back! June 6th! Las Vegas! Home of the motherfucking Sugar Show!
He's tall, lengthy for the weight class, you know. He's getting better. You know, he's getting better and better. His jiu-jitsu's getting better, it looks like. We haven't really seen his wrestling tested much. Yeah, no, he's not an easy fight, man. But I'm here to fight good, tough guys. And, you know, I don't think he's here to fight the best guys, the toughest, hardest fight. So we'll see what happens. Maybe he beats Wineland and he calls me out, you know. If he really wants that fight, he will. So we'll see. I mean, Wineland's older, you know what I mean? So it's not like a gimme fight, but it's definitely a winnable fight. You know, like, sooner or later, he's going to have to fight the hardest fights, you know? He's going to have to go and test himself against a guy like, let's say, for example, like a Cody Stamann or something like that. You know, someone who's a good striker, who is strong and has a great wrestling base. That's going to be a tough task when he gets to that point, unless he really, really improves. Eddie Wineland could beat him because I think Eddie Wineland's a guy that'll actually bring the fight. But Eddie Wineland is not going to grapple. He's not going to try to submit this guy. He's just going to strike with him. And Eddie Wineland's striking is a little bit risky. He doesn't defend well. He's taking shots. You know, he's getting older. So I see where they're going with that shit. I'm sure everyone else sees it too. Protection. Yes, brother. Protection for sure.
longest time, we have been asking Jon Jones to challenge himself. For the longest time, we have been saying the Jon Jones who feels motivated is a fun Jon Jones, not the Jon Jones that we've gone the last two times against Thiago Santos and Dominic Reyes. And we have all been asking for him to do what Anderson Silva, what George St. Pierre, what Daniel Cormier, what Amanda Nunes, what all of the greats have done, which is move up and test yourself in a different weight class. Go for that second title. Now here he is saying, hey, no one wants to fight Francis Ngannou. He's the scariest man in the heavyweight division. I'll fight this guy. Now I would like to take him at his word, because let's not forget that not that long ago, he said that, hey, I'm interested in fighting Stipe before the second DC fight, and he already had a signed bout agreement with Thiago Santos. So Jon Jones, if you're playing a prank on us, if you're trolling us right now, if you're just doing this for the likes and for the gram, I'm not happy with you. I'm going to take you at your word. If you are really interested in this fight, I'm all in.
Could you pay me in advance?
You serious?